Hello, readers. Welcome to 20 Questions with Your Favorite Author, where we ask authors important questions like, why would you agree to be on this podcast? I'm Kelly Lynn Colby, editorial director at Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing. Our guest this week is Marisa Wolf, SFF writer and shared world expert. Marisa is a second-generation nerd who started writing genre stories at age 6. At least one was good enough to be laminated. Since then, she's had the opportunity to range from romantic fantasies to post-apocalyptic genetic nightmares and multiple genre points in between. She lives in her RV with her husband and their 2 absurd rescue dogs. If she's not your favorite now, she will be after. Well, that was almost smooth.
That was well timed.
Yeah, see, it's not horrid.
No, it was amazing.
Yeah. All right, I like
awkward
it.
dancing for sure.
Oh, I think that one's required. And I think I put my hands down halfway through and didn't do my ring.
That's very great. See? You listen to your mom.
Accomplishments. I do listen to my mom. I'm a good daughter and my mother's a good mommy. Okay. So, RV. I am so fascinated by this. Mm-hmm. We're stuck in this huge house because the kids and suburbs or the schools and all that. Well, they've just graduated now and we're RV sounds like so much fun. How's the RV life treating you?
It's pretty awesome. So we're spending the winter in Charleston, South Carolina, where it was, I said winter, but it was 81 degrees today. And I went to the beach because, the
beach. No, I got it.
The beach is there because I have to find treasures. So I had to go. Thank you. So great. And then we're going to spend the summer through the fall in the mountains in North Carolina. So, it's pretty great. And costs are really low. So I can honestly say that writing pays most of my bills because I have very few bills. It's amazing. Bills. You're welcome. That's just smart. Is what that is.
We can make this work. Uh-huh.
That's right.
That's right. So I've seen all those pictures of you on the beach. So you showed your cool little sand dollars. My gosh, they're so cool. I love them. Have you found your happy place? Is the beach your happy place?
The beach is for sure my happy place. So, I'm from Massachusetts, which is a relatively tiny state. So I grew up fairly near the water, not nice water, but the water. And, with Massachusetts, you can pretty quickly get to the ocean or the mountains. That does not happen in a lot of places. So when I moved away from New England, I was far from the ocean for a long time. So I am soaking up as much as I can. I love it so much.
I must go back. I love it. I love the ocean too. It is also my happy place.
Right? It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Mm-hmm. I'm totally with you. So where do you still need to live? Where's that bucket list visit that you have not accomplished yet?
Ooh, so I would still love to do the Pacific Northwest coast, that whole drive, Washington down through Oregon. Just the Rocky Coast would be amazing. Mm-hmm. Also, Monument Valley would be pretty sweet.
Ooh, yes.
Right? Just spend a couple months there, not in the summer, but not
in
the
spring.
In the summer. Spring. There we go. That's it. There's a whole list. There's so many places I would love to go. We have a beautiful country. So it's nice to be able to enjoy it and remember that sometimes.
Most of us just have to watch a show with Kevin Costner to see the big wide country. It's no, we need to go. Yeah.
Kevin Costner and I just need to hang out at Yellowstone. We'll have a lovely time.
And it's fine. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. We'll get that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Spikehead says living in Atlanta, they're close to mountains and oceans too.
Yeah.
Oh, you kind of are doing that now too, right? Because you're on the beach in Charleston, then you're going to go up to the mountains in North Carolina.
Yeah, that's going to be sweet.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
That's true. I forget that with Atlanta. You can get to Savannah pretty quick. And, those northern Georgia mountains, we went out there last year. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
So beautiful. Yeah.
I think we went up there once since Mom is in Atlanta, and it was some little, I can't remember the town, but it's a little German town. They seem to always be, right?
Helen.
Yeah.
Helen,
it was quaint. When you hear the word quaint and not sure quite what it means, and then you go to a place like that, you're like, oh, this is it.
It's this.
This is what quaint means.
But with giant beers that you can also have while enjoying the quaintness. Just pretty phenomenal.
And huge sweet shops.
We
just stood outside just watching them make the chocolate, Mm-hmm. It's I don't even need to eat it now. I'm just drooling right now, just watching you make it.
Point of order, I absolutely still needed to eat it. But yes, I could just watch it too, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, maybe. And we went just at the time my son was into Thomas the Train, right? And there was this huge Thomas the Train store. Yeah, we need to go back there. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love that. Yes.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe you can pass it on your way.
Mm-hmm.
Because South Carolina, you can, because it's right in the tip, right? So
Yeah.
depends on your route
Yeah.
to North Carolina.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle, somewhere.
It's fine. It'll be great.
That's right. Take an extra week after Dragon Con. We're just going to go to the mountains.
Yeah, there we go. That's how we went to it last year. We went to Clayton, Georgia before the week before Dragon Con.
Smart.
Lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's face it, it's the week after you need the recovery.
Yes, but I don't think I can appreciate anything. The week after Dragon Con, I'm just like, what? I sleep. I sleep in the corner.
Recovering.
At the end, yeah. I cannot process or move.
Yep. Yeah, Bertie says if someone takes me to a chocolate store, we will not be leaving without eating some. Yes.
I'm with you. Yeah. I mean, let's do this.
It's
go to all the chocolate stores.
Look, I pretend I don't, but please. Okay. Obviously.
I mean, there you go.
I made a Boston cream pie from scratch for a friend of ours for his birthday. And I was like, it's okay. So I bought all the stuff so I can make it again. I mean, I've got to get it just right.
Yes. No, that's important. You need to build your skills.
Like it didn't have nearly enough of the cream in the middle, like the, pudding. It's a pastry cream. Yeah. Patisserie. I don't remember the actual real French baking name, but it's basically pudding, right? Just homemade.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to double that recipe. So, I mean, you've got to get it right. Of course, there is chocolate on the top.
Yes.
You can't do that part wrong. That part was easy.
I feel like you should make it in time for Superstars next year and bring it to Superstars. I will happily try it for you.
We drive to Dragon Con. That one is a lot more realistic.
Kelly, guess where I'm going to be? Dragon Con.
Dragon Con. Yes.
Let's do this.
All right, Boston cream pie it is. I'll have to get it perfect by then. That's right. We can do this.
More awkward dancing, but you can't judge me because, oh my God.
Because we were talking about pie. There's no dancing. I mean, there's no judgment of dancing when we're talking about pie.
Pie. Mm-hmm. Dean Winchester is aware. Yep. It's time.
For sure.
Yes.
Oh, Melissa says that they stepped in at the right time because we were talking about dessert. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know the problem? Smart. I used to eat before this show, but I've not had any time now. So now we eat after the show. So the food's the show's become a lot lot more central than it used to be.
I respect that 100%. Oh my goodness. Yes.
But I want to talk about the trips. So you talked about the stuff that you've done, and you've lived all over the place now, and some places still to go. Yes. Becca says you definitely need to come to Utah, so you can come hang with her.
Yes. I do mean Utah. She's right. Yeah.
For sure. So how many of these trips have inspired one of your stories?
Oh, what a good question. So I went to the Galapagos for my 40th birthday, not in an RV, obviously.
Now I'm jealous. Oh, yeah. I want to go so bad.
Oh my gosh. Kelly, we can talk about this all you want. I will talk about this for days. It was one of the best trips of my whole life.
Holy moly.
Every island is wildly different terrain and just everything. So I was writing, what were we writing? I think Casey and I were writing Ally at the time. We're writing something for sure. And I was like, I need more alien landscapes because my imagination is not wild enough, clearly, because this exists here on Earth, like
and
several
so
miles
alien.
from each other. Yeah, and it was so alien. Like, and then you go to the next one, you're like, this is nothing like that one or anything I've ever seen in my whole life.
So cool.
Yeah, so those for sure, like that whole trip for sure. And then I think just what I love about the RV life specifically is like as different parts of the country are, like in every single town you will find like the cute section, the cute store, somebody who is just so nice and makes your whole trip like as different as these parts are, like they're relatively the same in that you can find such amazing, like charming things. And those will work in too, of just like the fun encounter with a stranger or like the surprise food in a corner of a whatever. So I love working those things in too. People being funny.
I love it.
Yeah.
For the record, Todd said that he would have liked the story better if you traveled to the Galapagos in the RV.
That would have been pretty sweet. It actually does float. Actually, I don't know if it does, and I never want to find out, but that would be pretty great if you had like one of those amphibious. They make them. We don't have one. They exist.
It'll float. Well, at least it bobs for a little while. And
a little small amount of time. Yeah, I think the ocean does win eventually. But, you know.
It'll
pretend.
Win.
I'm a leaf on the wind, man.
Oh,
Yikes.
I love it. Yeah, old Jester says it's time for shenanigans. Oh yeah, we've been doing the shenanigans already, man. We are up for shenanigans.
We are shenanigans. It's true.
We are shenanigans. That's right.
We embody them.
Speaking of inspiring, we've had multiple authors from the Four Horsemen universe.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
So I love, well, yeah, you are one of them. You are also pretty great. So I'm wondering, what is it about this universe that appeals to you?
Ooh, so I love that it feels like an actual universe. There isn't a lot of like, everybody from this race is exactly the same, and the universe is actually really the same, but these people are green and these people are blue. Like it genuinely feels like a huge, broad galaxy of various people who want very different things, even than other people in their species. And often that thing is profit, but not always. And I just love it. I love that you can play in your corner of it, and it really feels like you're world building all the time. And then getting to play in that world is super fun. So
that's awesome fun. Well, if someone wants to dive into the Four Horsemen universe with your novels, where do they start?
Yeah. So if you like cats, you should probably start
with
if
this is the internet.
The internet. And you like cats recognized for the murder sociopaths / cuddle friends that they are, then you should start with Assassin.
I spot no lie. I spot no lie.
Correct, exactly. Because who would be the premier assassin in the galaxy but an alien cat? So you should start with Assassin by Casey and I. And there are 3 books in that, plus an anthology. So that's all complete, and you can read it, and I love them. And you will probably cry, but hopefully also laugh. If you want to start in a more a later part of the story, but you can jump right in. This is the Lion's Pride that I wrote with Chris Kennedy, who is, along with Mark Wandry, the co-founder of the Four Horsemen. And we wrote that as like a new starting place. So you can jump right in. You actually follow this one gentleman for you'll figure it out amount of years, as he goes from, restaurant owner to mercenary to spy, just normal progression of life.
Normal. Yeah. It's where we all go. Yeah.
You just follow it. Yeah.
Normal.
A lot of stuff happens. It's fun. I really like that one.
I love it. Yeah. Melissa says that you will absolutely cry.
Oh, thanks.
That's good. I like cry. If you make me cry, that means you did your job, right? I'm focused enough and I'm invested enough that I have that kind of emotional reaction. Like laughing, I laugh a lot, but it's not as hard to cry. Yeah, I mean, you really have to make me care. So that is impressive. Impressive. Nicely done.
Thank you so much.
Well, with your over 20 published short stories, which one's your favorite?
No, rude.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I asked this question. It's okay. These are the tough, hard-hitting questions on this podcast.
Hard-hitting. Okay.
It can't all be about food.
It could though. What if it were?
Yeah.
So for 2 reasons, because it's one of my latest ones, and you can buy it right now, and because it led to my novel with Bane. I'm going to go with my short story that is in Chicks and Tank Tops. So I have props. I never have props. I feel very proud of myself.
I love it. You're so prepared.
Thank you so much. This is probably the end of my bag of tricks, but here we are. So I wrote a story in this called Next Question. And I love it. I love it so much that I was going to write a novel about it regardless. And thankfully Bane wanted it, which is very exciting. So I am really pumped because the characters in there, Bee and Talon, are really delightful, and I love them, and people should go meet them and then come meet them again next year in a novel.
So do you have a tentative date on when that comes out?
Spring of 2024.
Spring.
So
no, I understand. That's why I said tentative. I get it. Yeah. Spring 2024.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you on again. You have to tell us all about it.
Okay.
And you can tell everyone how good my Boston cream pie was at DragonCon.
Let's do it, Kelly. Done.
Yeah.
Deal.
Done.
Yes.
It's a date. Okay.
2024. I love it.
So you've written in lots of different universes and you've created some of your own. What world have you not written in that you'd like to tackle?
Oh. Star Wars.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
we're just going to put bathroom scenes. We're going to have an entire thing about bathroom scenes to see how everyone pees.
How does it work? How does Jabba the Hutt pee? How do Jedi pee?
Yeah, how do we work this out? I mean, if you can never take anything off, there's
Mandalorians have to have stuff built into their suits, right? Like
they
literally
must, like race car drivers. Yeah,
or
they've
like
got
Dune.
to.
Like they just recycle it through their helmet all the time. It's fine. They're Dune in Star Wars. It's fine.
Oh, I love it.
That's what I want to write now.
That's it. You're like, I've got it. This is what we're writing.
Yeah. It's Everybody Poops Star Wars edition. Let's go.
Brittany says the Jedi use the Force to aim.
You got to use your resources, man. I respect that.
Oh, Todd says writing in Noxonin. I don't know how to say his world.
Noxonin, maybe? And
yes,
the
that's
Eldris
the one.
Legacy. Look,
yes, the Eldris thing.
I have more props, you guys.
Look, you are so prepared. Always do interviews at your writing desk.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm surrounded. It is a debacle over here, but it just allows for props. I would love to write in the Eldris Legacy. That is a super, super fun world. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So he says it's kind of like Star Wars. It's the dark side already, so you could totally do it.
He's so smart. Look at him. So good. Him and Becca both are playing the long game, and I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. It's awesome. So I asked you that one. When you sit down to write, who do you think about?
Usually the character that's loudest in my head.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
And
it usually demand attention.
Yeah, and it's usually not the one, like the scene that I sit down to write. It's usually a character for a different scene that's loudest. It's like, hey, while you're there though, you should probably do this thing because I'm about to start some stuff. I'm like, oh, but I got to do this for. I don't. Okay, I'll just switch. It's fine.
I'll get back to it. It's fine. It's all fine. I heard you. Quit yelling at me.
Stop doing weird stuff. We'll get there. Jesus. Yeah.
Todd says you're now his favorite person.
Oh, hooray!
Right.
I mean, after Becca, I feel, and his wife and his child. But yes, thank you. I'll take it.
I'm gonna say favorite person probably changes because Todd is so loving. It probably changes just like our favorite stories change, right?
There you go.
I'm gonna say it's you're his latest favorite person. Yes, for this moment.
This moment, I love it.
I mean, I'm speaking for Todd right now, but I'm gonna say that's probably pretty.
He's been on here a lot of times. Not the most times I heard, but a lot of times.
No, that's all Mark, man. Mark Stillings, he has it. I'm telling you, world record. Yeah. Todd's sighing.
Steve Martin.
Is that a
Steve Martin?
It's a bad point now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's what we're here for. Camaraderie and civil war, both.
I'm just here to start some shenanigans, so I don't know, y'all. It's great.
I love it.
It's
great. Let's see. So you've been on a ton of podcasts and live streams. That's why you're so good at this, by the way. You're like a natural. It's wonderful. And I've seen you've hosted some yourself. You've been on both sides of the microphone here.
Yeah.
Obviously, this one's the best. But besides this one, which one would you recommend people go view to get to know you better?
To get to know me better. If you like innuendos, you should probably.
Did you say if?
I did. Some people don't, and fine. I love you. It's not how my sense of humor is set up, but I respect it. So if you like innuendos, you should totally go check out the guys over at Super Geeked Up, because they do nerdy improv, and it always gets innuendo-y when I'm there. I don't think it's my fault, but it does happen when I'm there. So I don't know. But that one's good.
I don't think it's my fault. I mean, I start all of it, but I don't think it's my fault.
I do often launch into innuendo, but otherwise it's fine. But it's the best one. So,
speaking of props, oh wait,
wait, hold on, no, different. That's the after hours, guys. I do have one more prop. Not that kind of prop.
Oh, we have props.
You're safe. But if you like urban fantasy, you should totally watch the interviews I did with most of the Valkyries Initiative authors. This anthology came out late last year. There's going to be a whole series of novels that will start coming out this year. I got to interview most of the authors on camera, including, I think, Becca showed up for one of them. And so you'll learn a little bit about me, but more importantly, you'll hear a lot about some really badass stories from some awesome authors. And so you can see us cackle. I think in every interview I cackle at least once. So
I think it's required. It's required for
so
a good interview.
Right. You're having a good time, you have to cackle about it.
Then you have to cackle. It's required. Otherwise, how is YouTube going to post that picture of you up every time?
Every
You've
time.
got to be cackling or they're not going to find it. Yeah.
I have no neck, 8 chins. YouTube's like, that's it.
That's the one.
Epitome of Marisa Wolf. Let's go. Stamp it.
It looks like her fingers up her nose. Take that one.
Do that. Yes. Is she scratching her brain? We don't know. Put it on.
I don't care. Put it up anyway. It's perfect. It's just perfect.
That's perfect. True.
We're going to keep that in mind when we choose the one for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Please, I don't have time for that. I let them choose too. Okay. So we talked about this. So when you share this later, you'll want to feature something. What do you want me to ask you about?
In like life in general?
Whatever. What would you like me to ask you about?
The universe. You can ask me about, we talked about travel, which is my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you want to talk about my dogs?
Yes, actually. That's perfect.
It's pretty great.
Do they like to go to the beach with you? Or they
do. No, they like it. 2 things. So Josie is our 15-year-old lab. She is a precious. I love her so much. I mean, I love all dogs. Dogs I haven't even met, I love a lot. It's fine.
Yeah, but 15 years, I mean, yeah.
She's so good. Josie likes to yell at the birds. It's her favorite thing. Like, she's 15. She can't chase them.
I was gonna say she can't chase you.
She barks at them so loud her front legs come off the ground. It's the cutest thing in the history of time. However, one time she was yelling at the birds so loud she did not see the wave coming, and a wave didn't.
Oh, no. She's like, wait, I can't breathe. Hold on.
All it did was touch her belly. It didn't sweep her off her feet or anything. It touched her belly, and she just went fully limp, like, this is how I die. Goodbye. Like, she was just sailing off to the west, like with the elves. I don't know, but just like it barely touched her. She's like, and I'm out. Good day.
She's like, I knew it would be the birds. I knew it. Why do you think I yell at them? I knew it would be the birds.
I knew my fate all this time. Oh my gosh. I laughed. And she's on the leash. Like, she wasn't going anywhere. We had her. Yeah, but she was just like, okay, bye.
Maybe she thought you were going to give her a bath or something. Heaven forbid.
Yeah. Oh, God. You took me out here, distracted me with birds, and bathed me?
And bathed me? You were the worst mother ever.
Betrayal.
Yeah. That's right. Betrayal.
So she's great. And then Olive is our very high maintenance younger dog. We have no idea. She's some kind of mix. We got her in Houston. She was abandoned in an apartment for like 3 days all by herself, and she was just like a tiny little puppy. I know, it's the worst.
Baby.
I know, and she has not recovered from that, even though it's been 6.5 years. So I hold her like a baby. It's her favorite thing. And at the beach, she tries to get the waves to play with her. So she does like the play bow, right? She's like, come on. But then they get her and she's like, what the hell? Like, this isn't what I meant.
I didn't mean that much.
You touched my face. I don't like it. And it's really cute. So Josie's yelling at birds. Olive's yelling at the waves. It's a delight the whole time.
And you're like, oh, look, a shark tooth.
Right. I'm like, oh, I found treasures. And my husband's like, great, I'll just wrangle them then, shall I? I'm like, yes, thank you.
Thanks. Love you.
Yes, good night.
I want that deal. I know, that's a great deal. I want that deal.
Yeah, well, just let yours just see that.
That's awesome. Yeah, Becca says she can listen to these stories all night. Me too. Good thing we have a timer. Poor Marisa'd never leave. And poor Zapo would never get dinner. I know.
Oh, no, we can't have that. You guys haven't eaten, so that's...
I know. See, we eventually we need to be done, but I'm having fun. Who cares?
Right. I love it.
Right?
Yes.
So let's see, where was I? That one. In our household, we say, see, we're going to talk about food now. See, I'm not kidding. I write these questions right before, right?
I love it.
In our household, we say, as long as we have bread and peanut butter, we have food. Like when the kids are like, I'm starving. I'm like, we have bread and peanut butter, right? Okay. So what do you have to have in your pantry?
Peanut butter, Nutella, bananas. That is a meal. Done.
That's a meal right there, yeah.
Ideally, number 1, coffee.
Oh, yes, we are writers.
Yeah. If I don't, I am less of a person, and it is not nice for anyone. I would not recommend. So, and then like eggs, although currently, they cost $1 million. So
still cheaper than steak, though. I'll still take my eggs.
It is. I mean, those are my basics. It used to be noodles, but noodles don't love me the way they used to. So
It's not fun when they bite back.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the old Jester says paste picante sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Good.
I do
Yeah,
like
that's a Houston requirement too. Some kind of picante sauce.
Right, yep.
Maya is Java. That's right. See, coffee. She's with us. Melissa says Cheerios because the kids would die if we ran out. I remember that age. I remember that age very well.
That's fair. That's
like
fair,
I swear they lived on Cheerios, goldfish, and milk. I remember. Awesome.
I put them on those things. Yeah.
And now I need to know, why have you always wanted to be hot cheese?
So it started a really long time ago. It was Superstars of 2023. So long ago. The day that I learned that hot cheese existed. So did you hear this at Superstars, Kelly?
Nope. I was given a hint that I should ask you this question. Thank you, Becca.
Becca, I'm so excited to bring this to the internet. Like, I cannot tell you how happy I am. So the incredible team of Todd Fonasak and Becca
Becca gets one name. Ooh, look at that, Becca. You're the important
she's
one.
Like
you
Prince
get that?
Madonna.
Yeah, Becca. I see that. One name's Becca.
That's right.
I love
it. They were talking about like some con prep stuff. And I'll get some of the details wrong, and I don't care. It's fine.
It's a story. Have fun.
Because I actually forget. But Todd was trying to say that he was hot stuff and the big cheese. Not like he has a big, not like that. He was saying like, just when you think you're hot stuff, or just when you think you're the big cheese. But instead he said, just when you think you're the hot cheese. And then at BarCon at Superstars, Becca had the brilliance and or mistake, I don't know, to mention it to me. And I cackled so loud. I'm pretty sure people turned around. Like, they were like, what is happening in this corner? Because I lost my shit. Because it was the funniest thing I had heard. And because it's just hot cheese. Like, who's coming? Hot cheese. I would be honored to be the hot cheese, even for one night. The hot cheese.
It's your new camp name. That's it. Hot cheese. Dream. Hot cheese, man.
Gonna draw it on the side of my RV as we drive down the road. The hot cheese.
People are gonna think you're a food truck. Don't do that.
You're right. They're like, yes, I would like queso. I'm like, no. I don't have that kind of.
I mean, it would be funny, but yeah.
It would be great if I just had like queso dispenser at all times. That'd be pretty great. Hot cheese.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, so good.
I love that. So just when you think you're the hot cheese, life is good.
Yeah, okay. Just when you think, I think the general takeaway was like, just when you think you're the hot cheese, then like something comes to wipe you out and like humble you or show that somebody is even hotter cheese than you.
It's those corn chips. Cannot trust those corn chips every time.
They will get you.
Every time. Don't do it.
Don't be the corn chip. Don't be the hot cheese you want to see in the world.
Don't be the corn chip. That's it. We're getting t-shirts made.
Those would be really great. We should definitely do that. It's like the I'm with stupid, I'm stupid, but it's like I'm the hot cheese. I'm the hotter cheese, not the corn chip.
And I'm the corn chip. No, be corn chips. It'll be like,
it was just
somebody has to be the corn chip.
I'm the corn chip. Just change it every day. It's gonna be great.
That's right. Awesome. I know. See, this is great. It's bad when people know you're coming on. They give me questions.
I love it. The hot cheese is pretty great.
Well, I'll say we did have a question out of the audience. Friday Blue wants to know, what universe has your favorite mechs?
Oh, dang. I mean, I have to say Four Horsemen because it's the one I get to play in. I don't know. There's not a lot of bad mechs in my experience. I love a giant, like, robot armor suit that's going to help you, like, tromp on things. It's pretty delightful. Voltron counts, right? I'm gonna say Voltron and 4HU.
That sounds fair.
Fine.
Yeah, that's where I go. I'm like Transformers, even though they're not. Are they technically mechs? Because you don't get in them, right? Like, what's the?
I mean, you can when
a human
they're
has
cars.
to get in them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
But you can't when they're the big robots.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess Power Rangers.
Since they're sentient beings, though, if you get in them, I mean, talk about innuendo.
I was going to say, it's a different show, Kelly.
I'm not sure. That's actually, I don't know.
That may not be a road we want to go down without alcohol.
Without alcohol,
Mhm,
yes, which
mhm.
somehow I also don't have. I don't know what's
I
happening
don't
with this
think.
world.
What is happening over here? Jeez, me either. Just water. It's fine.
We're so unprepared. Do not go get me alcohol, Zafo. I haven't eaten yet. He disappeared off the screen. For
The
everyone
best
looking, he just
husband.
left. He was
That's
like,
good.
what? Get my
Yeah.
wife drunk? Yes.
He's like, here's a bottle of tequila. You are welcome.
Here you go. I love you. And orange juice. Just take a sip of each. You'll be fine.
Yes.
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 Let's see. When the writing is slow,
Mm.
what do you do to get your mojo back?
Yeah. So a couple of things, because something will work one time and I think I have myself figured out and it's lies. So it's like one of a series of things. I will go to the beach if possible, or to the woods if beach
nice.
is not possible,
Mhm.
because nature totally helps. And usually something ridiculous will happen and it will make me think of something else, and then I can write a little. If that doesn't work, talking to one of my completely ridiculous rockstar writing friends helps. So Melissa, who's in the chat, is really good at this. Casey Azal is amazing at this. Just like being able to talk to other great writers will usually kickstart something. It's part of why I like co-authoring so much, because you have a co-author, like when you're stuck, who can be like, no, you're being stupid. It's this. And you're like, oh crap, it is that. I am stupid. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Why am I stupid? Why am I the corn chip? So that's super helpful. And then a thing, and I'm going to give James Owen from Superstars some credit for this too. It's reading things that have inspired me in the past. So like just reading an Anne McCaffrey book or reading Lois McMaster Bujold, like reading something I love will remind me why I love stories so much. And then I'll get really excited. And if all else fails, I will watch a terrible TV show, get all up in rage about how poorly written it is. And then I will write out of spite. One of those will work.
One of it. Something is going to work. Sometimes I'm writing, I'm like, I can't think of what to do next. This makes no sense. Why would this character even do this? Like, I'm literally typing that, right?
I just put it in brackets, but I do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll delete it later. Right now, I'm just because I'm so mad at myself because I thought I had this figured out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I outlined this and yet nothing is working because you are stupid. It's not me who is stupid. You are the stupid.
You are. I think Becca wins the chat today.
Oh, what did she do? I'm not doing a good job of saying
No, it's hard to see it all at the same time. Ready?
Yeah.
It's whenever you have writer's block, you melt it into the hot cheese.
Why did I not do that? The block of hot cheese.
That's pretty genius.
That's great.
Pretty genius.
Way to bring it full circle, Becca. I love it. I love it a lot.
I know. It's like comedy. You gotta call back. It's the callback, right?
Right.
I love it.
I did just see one in here, something that helped. So listeners mate, I met him on the Super Geeked Up podcast. I once upon a time had a book come out called Night Song, which I love. It's about dog aliens. Wrote it with Mark Laundrie. Amazing. So much fun. Nice. I love that book a lot. So I was talking about it on Super Geeked Up, and listeners, this mad genius, in the chat of this podcast goes, did she just say night thong? And I was like, no, but I should have. And that's where we started doing this like sinful sci-fi thing. We did Night Thong as a story, as an improv story that we passed around. And it was, I think it got like 10 installments. I was on there so many times.
How funny.
It was pretty great. So that helped.
Tonight on Night Thong.
That's right. That was it. It was like previously on Night Thong. Like it's just like dun, dun, dun. So great. We had so much fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, night thongs.
Night thongs and hot cheese.
And all I'm thinking, just for the record, I'm old and boring. And when I hear night thong, I'm just thinking that's really uncomfortable. Like, why would you want to wear that at night?
Yeah, well, only for show.
Oh, only okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. It just has to be long enough on to be impressive. And then you can move on with your life.
That's what she said. Yeah.
That is. Yeah, she said not yet. Don't you dare, not yet. That's what she said. That's right. See, it is all your fault. It's all you. I've never said anything dirty in my whole life. I'm such a sweet, innocent.
For the record, I know the folks in the chat can't, but I can see your husband. So I just want the record to show that's lies. That's fine. You are the hot cheese of innuendo, I can tell.
The funny thing is, when we first got married, he used to blush a lot. He's gotten better. Yeah.
My
like,
goodness.
sorry, what did I say this time? I don't even remember saying anything. What did I say?
Was it that risque? Oh my goodness. I love it.
Sorry. All right, we have very important questions on this show. We have to ask every author.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes,
Fair.
yes. She's like, okay, game face, game face. All right, you ready? Yeah. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Black raspberry.
Ooh, what an interesting choice. I don't think we've had black raspberry before. We should write that one down. Can zombies climb?
God, I hope not.
That wasn't a yes or a no. That was please let it be no.
Look, if I have to live through the zombie apocalypse and it's fast zombies, I am Josie at the ocean. I'm just going to let it go. I don't have the cardio or the ability. Like, take me, I'm out. If it's slow zombies and they can't climb, I have a chance.
Then maybe. Maybe. I'm with you.
Whew.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
The Galapagos.
Oh, there you go. She's like, nope, I've seen, and I love it, and I'm never leaving.
Yep, this is where I live now, on a boat. She has her own boat. It's fine.
I like it. Or a floating RV. You never know.
She probably does. So that way she can go on land when she needs to, and just, it probably flies too. That's very Carmen Sandiego.
I mean, she's got to still have royalties coming in from the show, right? So, I mean, she can get one, no problem. Yeah.
I bet the game still makes her money somehow.
At the very merchandising, surely she's fine. Yeah.
Merchandising. That's right.
When was the last time you beeped your car horn?
Oh, so fun fact, I don't drive very often anymore because our truck is enormous because it pulls our trailer, and I don't like to drive it because it's so large. That's what she said. And so the last time
you beat me to it.
The last time that I beeped the horn was probably driving in like Atlanta traffic. And somebody cut me off from like 4 lanes away. Like, how, sir? How?
True talent. Correct.
Atlanta, talent. Right? Those of you who live in Atlanta, you know how it is.
Hey, you said you were in Houston for years. I mean, it isn't any better here.
Houston is the worst, I think, in part because it's such an international city. So you have people who are very used to, you have country Texas, you have city Texas, and then you have multiple countries of driving styles. And every lane goes away for no reason. Almost every on-ramp is an off-ramp. And then there's construction. You're doomed.
And then you have feeder roads. So when you have people coming in, they're like, what are these feeder road things? I have no idea how to use them. Yeah.
The great side of a feeder road is unlike the state of Massachusetts and all of New England, if you get off a highway, you can get back on the highway thanks to these feeder roads. Where like you get off a highway in New England, maybe you can come back. Maybe you're going to go on an adventure into the wilds of the cart roads from the oxen times. I don't know. Nobody knows. GPSs don't know. But
that's why we laughed, right? Because like in Chicago, no feeder roads, right? So on either side of the highway, there was nothing on either side. Like it was once you got off and there was the crossroads, that's where all the stuff was, on the crossroads. Yes. And here in Texas, especially in Houston, things are everywhere. They're all on the road. They're all on the crossroads. They're all, I'm surprised they're not in the middle of the highway. Yeah, they're everywhere. Like, who built this road? Some farmer one day, and it just stayed.
We decided to incorporate it into the census. It's fine. There's a food truck on it now. Don't worry.
It's here forever. It's fine.
That's the best kebabs you'll ever try in your whole life, but you'll die getting there. Good luck.
Yes. So have fun. Don't expect to park. You have to park over here, and then you have to walk. Now, don't walk that way, though. Trust me.
We'll walk around that way. Also, that looks like solid ground, but it is built over a swamp, so please be careful.
So yeah. When I think of Houston, I always think of that Monty Python skit.
Oh, which one?
where he built, they said I was daft to build a castle in the swamp. So every time it rains and we flood, which is almost every time it rains, Zabo and I are like, they said we were daft to build a city in a swamp.
But look at us now. Look at us. Yeah, that's kind of how we felt during Harvey. I was like, this was genius, whoever did this. Thank you.
Yeah, and they've only been building since then.
Right. We've learned 0 lessons.
Yeah, it's going to be, next Harvey is going to be nothing. It's going to be fine now. We've totally fixed the problem with more cement.
That's right. Everything's fine. It drains. We put an angle on it.
Yeah.
It drains next door, but it drains though.
But it drains. Sorry about you guys over there. Sorry, the new houses. We're lucky. All of you, you should have thought about that first. Sorry.
Yeah, shouldn't have moved here. Too bad. Oh well.
Sorry. Have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lister says in Southwest Virginia, feeder roads are called service roads.
Oh. Yeah.
And they run parallel. Yes, we have feeder roads and service roads, right? Yeah. So sometimes it depends.
All on a road.
Yes, sometimes they're all. It's all concrete.
It's a lot. Concrete. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. Awesome. Well, Marisa, I've had an amazing time with you this evening. I am so glad you agreed to be on. We need to hang more. This was really fun.
Yes.
So now that you are everyone's favorite author, where can fans find you and your work?
You can come to my website, www.marisawolf.net or .com. I go both ways. If you like.
It is all you.
It is all me. I use that joke every time. I never get bored of it. Sorry to my friends. If you like books and dogs, you can follow me on Instagram at bookdogs, where I will post mostly my dogs and lots of beaches, but sometimes books. But if you go to my website, you can sign up for my newsletter. You get a free short story, which is pretty great. And then you get regular shenanigans at least once a month. So
we keep up to date on that awesome Bane release you're so excited about.
That's
it just makes me so excited about it. Yeah, I love it.
I'm very excited.
Excitement is contagious.
You're welcome.
Just pour the hot cheese all over me.
The hot cheese, like Flash Dance, but with cheese. It's pretty fantastic.
Cheese.
Little sticky. It's okay.
Yeah. This will totally work. I love it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's great. It's great. All right. So now everyone, please make sure to review Marisa's work. You can also review us wherever it is you get your podcast and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitch. And we will see you next week where we have Frank Morin will be on again. So we're very excited. Yeah. See you soon.
Thanks for having me.